Right, this is a bit tricky to film. It's a new gaming PC. I've decided after some years out of it that I'm setting up a new flight sim rig, and I'm afraid it's really windy. The box is huge. I'm in the garden. The flag's really flapping around, making a lot of noise. But I wanted to show you this. This is a mid-range gaming PC from Scan Computers. I did originally go with another company, and I had the computer in my shopping cart. It was early evening, and I just had a question about cooling, and I sent them a message via their contact us form. Hadn't heard anything. This was Friday. I hadn't heard anything by Monday evening, so then I sent them an email. I didn't hear anything from that, and yeah, eventually I went with Scan instead. So the company, who can remain nameless, lost a £3,000 order because their contact us form obviously didn't, message request didn't get through, and apparently they did get my email, but it went to spam. So yeah, if you've got a company like that, check your contact us is working, and check the spam a bit more frequently. Anyway, so I've had this about a week. I've been setting up other things for the flight sim setup, but I wanted to show people whether this arrives safely, well packed, etc. So I'm going to try and open it on this spar lid, and hopefully it will be okay. So as I say, it's delivered about a week ago, just haven't had a chance to open it. There is a check content seal, make sure that's not broken. I can't remember the courier that delivered it. And actually another point here was, if you go onto the Scan website, you'll see most of the computers are made to order, and you can pay extra for a speedy build. I think it's 3 or 5 days, something like that, and maybe standard build 7 to 10 days. But they have pre-made PCs on Amazon, and to fulfill their contract with Amazon, they have to have some of these already made up and ready to ship out. And so I actually got this through Amazon, and it arrived, I think it was next day. So just bear that in mind if you do want one of these. Have a look on Amazon. The spec's the same. I would have preferred it was 64 gig of memory. It's only got 32. I say only. It's probably going to be enough, but if there is any noticeable problems because of that, I will get some more. Now this is full of bubble wrap. Tricky. I'm going to throw this in the house behind me. Right, so you can see it's pretty well packed with all of this. These blown up pouches. If we can just slide this whole thing out. Got a box taped to the side. Okay, so we've got a few things here. We have a copy of the receipt. Oh, actually, this is a. Oh, that's quite handy. That is a complete rundown of the contents of the PC. So, what they call it is the 3XS Melius. We've got carriage, 3-year warranty, parts and labour, System build, 16 gig flash, 16 gig scan flash drive. Yeah, so it basically lists everything there. Looking for the graphics card. Don't see the graphics card listed. Oh, there we go. A 5080, 16 gig. So yeah, there we go. Let's get that. We have a please read before unboxing your system, and details about the warranty. Let's just have a quick peek in there, so you know what you're going to get. So what we have is, before turning your PC on, please take a few minutes to look through this basic guide on connecting the cables into the correct sockets. Open the system and remove any... Oh, so this is going to be full of protective bubble wrap as well. So you've got to do that. Open the system, take all the stuff packing out, close it back up, connect keyboard. Need help? Contact scan. This is a nice touch. Phone number, business hours. That is all good. Oh, this is interesting. This is a nice touch. Our support engineers will go through various technical solutions to make your PC happy again. If you've contacted them and you've had problems. If the issue is hardware related, then we can arrange for an on-site engineer to come out and examine your PC and possibly rectify the problems there and then. If the on-site engineer fails to find or resolve the issue, then we will arrange for your PC to be returned to us for our engineers to examine. It will be given a thorough health check, blah blah blah. Any faulty parts will be replaced if they are covered by the warranty, and once it's repaired, we'll return it to you. So that seems fair enough. Now we have a build form. So somebody has actually ticked off the components, everything that has been installed. We've got a serial number, database numbers, we've got signatures of who made it, when it was made. It was built 27th of February, and date quality controlled was the 7th of March. So this is all quite nice, and yeah, quite pleased with that. I have to say, I managed to get through on the phone to them immediately. The guy was very knowledgeable, and also explained, because I actually rang them to see if I could get extra memory. I wondered if they could intercept this in their warehouse before it was sent out. But unfortunately these pre-built systems are sent off from a different warehouse. But he was explaining that the 32 gig of memory might be just fine, and if it isn't, do not get two extra 32. Don't get just a new strip of RAM to plug in. You're going to need to replace the 32 with 64. Don't use the 4 slots. Use 2 slots only, because it works better that way. I'm just going to have a look at what's in here. Oh wow, we've got all sorts of cables, cable ties. I'm guessing this is left over from the build. We've got a motherboard user guide. We have safety and compliance. Not sure what that is. Oh, Western Digital Black. It's the drive that's gone in. Don't know what was in here. Some sort of instructions for graphics card. So that is the 5080 graphics card. We've got a little, what is that? A little thumb drive. Don't know whether that contains the motherboard drivers. Don't know what that is. Mains cable. intercoolers. So it's basically all the instructions for all of the parts that have been fitted. These look like decals that come out. Yeah. So that's that. Really, that's everything that is in there. So let's see if we can just unbox this and show you. The quality control and record keeping seems very, very good. Gives you a lot of confidence. This isn't just a bunch of cowboys strapping a load of bits together and sending them out. If we can roll this over, get it out. Dear, that wind is bad. Sorry about the noise. Okay, so we have a white case. Now, I probably would have preferred a black case, but the spec I had chosen didn't have the black case available. I think that is glass. It's got protective film on it. We've got details about removing everything before plugging it all in. On the front, we've just got this nice grille. You can see, well, it's an air filter. We've got 3 fans inside here. On the top we've got on and off, and that's some sort of reset button, headphones, microphone, 2 USB. There's that mesh filter on the top for cleaning purposes. On the back, hopefully you can see, at the bottom we've got that, I think it's a Corsair power supply. We've got the graphics slots here. We've got 3 DisplayPort, 1 HDMI. Up the top we've got Wi-Fi antennas, USB-C, USB-A, 2.5 gig LAN, and HDMI. Yeah, so onboard graphics as well, because we won't be using that. Made in China, yes, of course. Little plastic thumb screws to take the sides off. So, yeah, no obvious damage, and I think that is going to fit quite nicely onto the desk that we've just made. So I'll perhaps just get this in place on the desk, and I'll show you the setup there as well. But if you're looking at scan.co.uk from Amazon or through their own website, I am very impressed with how this has arrived. The condition is perfect. Can't see any marks, I don't see any finger marks, I don't see any issues at all. So delighted with that. We've got good documentation, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll do reviews of the other flight sim gear that we've got to go with all of this. And yeah, if you're interested in any of that, just follow these videos over the next week or so. As always, thanks for watching, and sorry to go on, but yeah, no problem so far with the scan.co.uk PC.